of the natural law. A teacher having age 56 years 11 months, he is just he has to clear the TET exam, whereas the teacher who has just crossed 57 years will be free from the TET examination. Is this something that Supreme Court has actually used 142 for just pushing this all things, abnormal things to really resolve?
No doubt the Supreme Court has wide powers under Article 142. However, there are a number of decisions of the Supreme Court itself which have said that the power under Article 142 should not be used to override any right or any sort of statutory provision.
Okay.
And it should be applicable only where there is some sort of ambiguity or some sort of doubt.
Okay.
Over here, what is happening is that there is a vested right of the teachers who have been appointed prior to the application of this ordinance or the rules.
Okay.
And it is those rights of those teachers are also being today made subject to the new order which is now under challenge. So I would say that, and in fact that is one of our grounds before the court, that Article 142, the applicability of Article 142 should be restricted only to the prospective aspect and not the, it should not be given retrospective application.
Okay. Where, sir, where do you find some field or some space that where we can put our review? As Supreme Court has mentioned that the teacher who is not having the TET eligibility have imparted their best of the education to their respective childs, and they are really signing in their respective career. We could not ignore, we could not aside such talents. But when Supreme Court says that I will have to take some hard decision that all the teacher having service more than 5 years must have TET eligibility, do you find something that some space are left that we can just put our counter and our parts that is this something that teacher before 2010 should be free from TET?
Now this wider question of whether a teacher is imparting good education or not is something that is far more fundamental, and perhaps I cannot go into it at this stage. But this definitely we can say that all the teachers who are today affected by it, they are all qualified in some manner.
In their
and in their respective they have in their respective advertisements, and a large number of these teachers have also obtained qualifications that were recognized and approved by the NCTE itself.
Okay, yeah.
And today we are now looking at a situation where at one point of time NCTE themselves said that this is the qualification you need to take. And they took that
eligibility.
And today we are telling them that no, that is not sufficient, you have to do something else. As to the workability of it, now the teachers who are in service for so long, they are now being told that they now need to take a new exam and new qualification.
It will be very hard for.
There will be some teachers who would have to undergo a fair amount of training even to take that qualifying examination. Now, and it is required that they do this within a period of 2 years. As to whether it is even implementable or not, that question is looming large, and I think for that reason it should be reconsidered on the footing that it be restricted only on a prospective basis.
Okay. We find that teacher who has been recruited in 1995, the 12th and the BTC was the you can say saturated eligibility.
Yes.
In 2004, in 1999, in 2009, the respective advertisement that the teachers who has appointed has fulfilled.
Yes.
But now how can you say that an eligibility test, Supreme Court has given order that TET, an eligibility test will just figure out as a mandatory thing for all the teachers. It is just eligibility test. Teacher appointed as 23rd since 23 August 2010, it has been executed. Then how can it would be a universal mandatory thing that all the teachers prior to the 2010 and later on must have? Do you think that Supreme Court really figure out that TET is a mandatory and universal eligibility as all the academic qualification is?
I would agree as to the mandatory aspect, but we cannot agree as to the universal aspect.
Yeah.
Today we are not getting into the question of whether TET is a desirable thing or not. We are saying that to the extent that it is made applicable to appointments made after it was brought into force, we are not getting into that. We are not opposing that.
Yeah.
Let it be implemented for the new recruitments.
Okay.
And let it be made mandatory for the new recruitments also.
Yeah.
But you cannot today set the
Since
clock back.
it was implemented.
And yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it should be covered. Something that so interpretation has been made that in the ordinance that has been passed the central government in Article 23rd to subsection 1, two subtitles has been mentioned, and in one subtitle the trained teacher, it has been said trained teacher. It is not said the TET. The respective